this woman back. If I wanted this woman back, when she called me and said that she was ready to reconcile after a year of us being away from each other, I would have took her back. You're suddenly ready to reconcile? I'm in a relationship with Zelly. You think I'm finna just go chuck this woman away? That's not gonna happen. Today is Wednesday and I want my husband back. Okay.
I got something to tell you. Like, I got laid off. But I just got offered a 6-figure job. My ex. Got a restraining order on my ex, so she's not gonna come back anytime. Babe, my car's in the shop right now. But we can take an Uber Black. I got a baby on the way. She's not even into me. She really not gonna come back. Nope.
And here's something that seems to get overlooked. It's really simple, to be honest with you. It's very simple. Men want to be wanted. They want to be wanted. Modern women act like they don't understand that, right? Men want to feel appreciated. Men want to know that the stuff that they're doing, the effort that they're putting out, getting up and going to work every day, that's appreciated. It means something. Like I'm not doing this for nothing. But when you're being constantly criticized, you're constantly being told that you ain't doing enough, you're not enough, constantly being compared to some imaginary perfect man, you know, some kind of actress or actor somewhere in the movies. It wears you down, man. It really does wear you down. And eventually you say, hey man, like you're not gonna be happy with anything that I do. And that's what's happening with a lot of men out here.
I feel like that is so nice. Who cares? So you guys are nice. Oh my god, but they have money, you know.
Okay, girl, breathe. I know it hurts. We've all been there. But as much as it hurts you to see him with somebody else, it's going to hurt 100 times more for him to see you with somebody else when you've moved on, because he knows how much you love. If you gave everything and it still wasn't enough, not because you're not enough, but because he wasn't ready to meet you or for whatever the reason was, he's always going to look back and know how much love you gave him. So keep that in your back pocket and just know that the reason why you're feeling hurt right now is not because he's with somebody else. The reason why you're feeling hurt right now is because you know how much of your heart you gave him.
Not shooting no shots no more.
Yeah, y'all ruined that.
Feminism ruined it.
You get accused of certain things or creepy.
If I'm not giving you eye contact, don't come up to me.
That's confusing.
Yeah, the eye contact is not.
No, my smile a little bit.
A lot of women have these issues between finding men that like them. Because a lot of girls would think if I walk up to a dude and ask for him, he might think that I'm pressed and thirsty. And looking over there and you winking at me, I still have to approach you.
You don't think a wink is opening the door?
No.
If I wink at you, you need to come talk to me.
It might be something in your eyes. I don't know. Man wants to know that the door is open. He wants to pursue. Like, he doesn't want you to pursue him. He wants to pursue, but just know the door is open.
Okay. So I'm going to be better about that.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
To a man, problems by definition have solutions, and issues by definition are endless. So why bother talking about them? So when we're like, honey, can we talk about this issue? No. Why would I waste my time talking about something unsolvable? Let's focus on what can be solved. And then we're just like, what are you, chicken or something? We think they're cowards or they're chicken and they won't head into it. Well, if all we said was, I have a problem that I'm hoping you can help me with. If they can, they will. It's one of the things they love to do for us. It's part of caring. They want to solve our problems. But they can't be saddled with our issues.
The streets are talking, bro. The streets are talking. And I don't necessarily mean like the literal streets, but I mean everywhere. You look in the comments, you look in group chats, you're looking at podcasts, you're looking at the barbershop, just quite literally anywhere that men congregate, you're having these conversations. And you know, when you have a lot of people that are saying the same thing, you got to stop and ask, what's really going on? What's happening? When you have a lot of men that you try to say, oh, these are just bitter dudes. No, you have a good amount of men saying, wait a minute, modern women are acting crazy. You noticing that too? Yeah, man, no, we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be doing that. And then you get mad because a man ain't with it. That's your fault. That's your problem.
30, 50, 55. These are college girls. Oh my chlamydia.
Average body count on campus?
30?
30, actually.
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that high?
You think that's high?
You don't think that's high?
No. 55.
55?
Yeah.
Genuinely?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No.
That's a lot.
Oh, it's Santa Barbara. It has to be freaking high. I could take a guess. I'd probably say like 50.
50?
How could you possibly equate with love if you're banging everybody in college, 50 guys plus? How are you equating sex with love? You're not in love with 50 plus guys, honey. This is disgusting. Ooh, this is why, by the way, some of these women transition with ease into the OnlyFans, because they're basically doing it already.
I tell people all the time, like, when they're like, oh, you're so strong. I'm like, but I have to be. I don't want to be like, I want to be fragile. And people see it as a weak word, but think about it. When something's fragile, you treat it more with care. You're very careful. Treat me like I'm fragile, because I can break too. And people are so used to me being so strong and so independent that they usually don't check on me. If I do have an issue and I happen to voice it, like, oh, you're fine. Like, they brush me off. It's kind of like, Shakira, you always figure it out. But I'm human too. I have feelings too. I feel things very deeply too. So don't treat me like I'm strong, because I don't consider that to be a thing of like, oh, that's so great an accomplishment. No, treat me like I'm fragile.
You better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so sick of this shit. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very simple. Okay, so I recently went to a singles event, and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes?
There's 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes and sizes. Where are the men? Where are the men? Then again, never mind.
You know what's crazy is the good men, the nice guys, the ones who are actually doing the right thing. That they're not doing the right thing, they're trying to do the right thing. Those guys, they get looked over the most. They get punished the most, right? The ones that are getting taken advantage of. They're the ones doing what they're supposed to be doing. The ones who are giving the kindness that you ask for. Taking you out where you want to go and paying attention to you and giving you a listening ear. That's the one that you want to do wrong, and then you want to trash, you put in the friend zone. For what? Why? After a while, I mean, and you mad when the guy move on and go do something else. What were you expecting? After a while, the man gonna be like, you know what? These modern women, they don't respect what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go find somebody that does. And you get mad because you left him in the friend zone and he decided he didn't want to be there no more.
No woman in the history of the universe leaves the safety and security of a long-term marriage and breaks up her family if she were the problem.
It happens all the time. We've literally seen women coming on this app, making videos, admitting that she was going to leave her husband, even though they'd been together for so many years, because she just wasn't happy. The problem is that this type of messaging really messes up the dating world for that man after divorce, because other women unfortunately listen to it, and it gives them a really bad attitude when they're dating these men. They are just looking for what is wrong with him. And then these men that already have to prove themselves as good men because of the culture that we live in, they have to do like double duty, prove themselves to these women, and it's kind of rough.
Women who hate men make the best wives and girlfriends, and I will not help.
I've been hearing this particular argument put forth with ever-increasing frequency on social media. A lot of women are out there trying to convince men that they themselves that dislike men the most would make the best partners, when that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Their argument is that they don't seek male validation or male approval. Therefore, if they choose you as a man, then you win the dating lottery. But how much sense does that make? Who really wants to date someone that dislikes every single person of their gender except them? That doesn't really sound like a winning equation. I mean, just think about how often you're going to have to listen to them disparage men. But frankly, it seems like these women are trying to convince men of this because, well, I'm beginning to think that a lot of these women are just lonely.
This is for all the straight single men, specifically in Sydney. Where are you? No, seriously, if you're not on the dating apps, where are you? Like, where do you go to meet women? Where are you? Because all my single girlfriends cannot seem to meet single guys. Like, where are you hiding out? I've gone to bars. I've gone to churches, clubs. I've joined sporting events. I still can't meet single guys. Every guy I have met in Sydney is in a relationship. I don't understand it. With all the people in the city, where are the single guys? Have you just given up? Do you just not go out? Do you just rather prefer male company? Are you just working to survive Sydney? Like, please comment below and tell me, where do you go out? Like, specifically, is there a bar? Is there an area? Is there a club? I need to know, because it is just getting so frustrating sitting on a dating app swiping. I want to meet people in the real world. So comment below, where in Sydney? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Where do you go out? Where do you meet?
I'm standing on the train and look at all these men. What happened to giving up your seat for women? No man offered me a seat. Excuse me, are you going to get up?
What?
Are you going to get up?
Are you pregnant?
No.
Are you for equality?
Yes. No respect. Chivalry.
If you're really wondering what happened to chivalry, I'll tell you. The man that gave his seat away was not even thanked and actually made to feel like he had made unwelcomed advances. The man that held the door open was made to feel like he was sexist because he didn't think that a woman could hold her own door. The man that helped a woman get her coat on was made to feel like he had touched her without consent. The man that offered to pick her up or drive her home was made to feel like he was just trying to get her address. The man that helped her with equipment at the gym was made to feel like he was just trying to get close to her in order to make more unwelcomed advances. If you're a woman that's really wondering what happened to chivalry, you gotta look in the mirror, because men have felt not only unappreciated for these things, they've actually felt like they're doing something wrong.
There's an epidemic of men not approaching women at the bar. Let's talk about it. Men are afraid of being rejected, but I bet you 90% of the women will actually not reject you if you approach them right. What's the right way? Reading their body language. If you're gonna go up to a girl that is clearly like dancing with her friends, like, yes, of course she's gonna like ignore you. Or if she's like in such a serious conversation up in the corner, she doesn't want to be approached. You're probably approaching those girls. That's why your like ego is like bruised, because you're getting rejected by girls like that. Only because they're not at the bar looking for a guy, because they're dating someone, had just gotten out of a relationship, or they're just trying to catch up with their friends. But like, we still want to be approached. And I think a lot of girls do. Even if we're not into you, it flatters us, and we'll kindly shoo you away if we're not into it. But not really like shoo you away. Like, they might be like, okay, like, so good meeting you, like, we're gonna go to the bathroom, or we're gonna go grab another drink. But it's not like a rejection. Like, yeah. Okay, bye. We're gonna go out tonight and see how hard it is. Because it's not hard. It's not hard. We've done it a lot. We're gonna report back tomorrow, I promise. We have to take our own advice.
Look, she's actually right about reading the room. A lot of men have just checked out from approaching because the risk reward doesn't make sense anymore. You get rejected hard, it's recorded, shared online, called a creep. So yeah, dudes are going to be more cautious. But the thing is, most men already know how to read signals. They're just doing the math and deciding it's not worth the potential damage.
I get money for my nails? Yeah, of course. I got yeah, of course. Here you go, babe. And then my friend's nails too. Money for your friends' nails too. How many of you are going? There's 3 of us. Alright, yeah. I got enough money for you guys. Wait, you can't forget about lunch. About lunch. Silly me for the 3 of you guys, right? Alright, yeah. I got it. And then me and my girls are going shopping spree. How can I forget the shopping spree?
The sad reality is when a woman does find a man that's pretty much like this, and he gives everything that he possibly can, she doesn't end up respecting him. She'll end up draining him, and then she leaves him for somebody else. It gives her so much less. And unfortunately, when these men are constantly showing up with consistency, she takes them for granted. The thing is, a woman that truly loves you will want you to be financially stable and spend your money wisely. Like, yeah, she'll enjoy a treat from you here and there. Maybe if you offer to pay for her nails, meals or take her to lunch or whatever, but she won't expect you to pay for her friends too. And she'll want to make sure that you're heading towards your financial goals, whether that's investing or saving. She won't just sit there and take from you. And it's so sad because the sweet guys out there who are like this end up getting hurt the most.
I'm talking to a fine dude. I like my man to be aight looking. Just be aight. You fine ones, like, don't be following your stupid tricks. Like, you hang up on them, they don't call you back. They don't blow you up.
I don't think it's fine, man. I just think that person just not into you. Gonna do it being fine. Maybe they don't want, it's not worth the argument. I don't know.
Punk, you think more attractive men keep it cool?
They typically got more options. The more options people got, the more it's like...
The more nonchalant they can be?
Yeah, why am I pouring, doing this much for you and there's people I ain't got to do all that for? Like, you hanging up on me and you want me to call you back. How that makes sense? No, I'm not about to do that. Show me you can. Don't hang up on me, because clearly you don't if you hung up on me. So I'm going to go talk to the person that ain't hanging up on me. But yeah, they got more options typically, so...
Yeah, they can play.
But I think that's true for any man that kind of know his worth. Like, I know women hate that men knowing their worth, but I think for any
How dare you?
any man that knows his worth, it's like, you ain't got to stalk a person, you know what I'm saying? And if you got a man that's really on you like that, you need to appreciate that, because he really like you. He really like you. He really probably love you.
He either love you or he don't get no options.
Yeah, y'all don't want somebody with no options.
Nope. Y'all don't give you the egg.
The reason why women are no longer behaving traditionally is because men are no longer behaving traditionally. Y'all aren't behaving traditionally either. And traditionally...
She right. They not behaving traditionally because of us. It's our fault. We're the ones telling them to be naked online. We're the ones telling them to be emotionally unavailable and argumentative. We're the ones telling young women to start OF pages. We are the ones telling them that they don't need no man. Oh, wait. That's women telling women those things. If you're not naturally feminine or you aren't naturally masculine, then that's a skill issue, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with me or her. She talking about she's becoming less feminine because she has to work. That's like me saying I'm becoming less masculine because I gotta cook my own food. I gotta do my own laundry, so I'm becoming less masculine. Like, no, that's not how that works. You're a grown adult living on your own who's single. Of course, who the hell's going to pay your bills? You're single. Are you saying you want to go back to what it was like back in the day where you would just live with your parents until you were wedded off? Is that what you're referring to? There are men out here who has zero issue, having a stay-at-home wife. None whatsoever. I'm one of them. But it's not like you go on a date and then randomly you become a stay-at-home wife. No. She's talking about on dates, she be thinking about other things because she got bills, so she's not all the way there. She's talking about she be cussing at the dude and stuff like that. If that's what comes naturally to you, that's cool. But someone that wants to be a traditional housewife, that's a natural thing that comes naturally. How the heck you blaming men for being masculine and you ain't even got a man? What?
Look, this is the core issue right here. Women want men to step up traditionally while they're actively rejecting the reciprocal side of that deal. You can't expect traditional treatment without actually being willing to show up traditionally yourself. A man's not going to chase something that's already told him she doesn't need him. That's just logic.
I can't stand talking to a fine dude. Like, I like my man to be aight looking. Just be aight. Them fine ones, like, they don't be following your stupid tricks. Like, you hang up on them, they don't call you back, they don't blow you up, and you just like, you call them back, like, hey, you're not gonna call me, you're not gonna blow me up. They're like, no. I hate fine men. Give me the eye, dude.
No, what you don't like is a man with boundaries, dignity, and self-respect. What you don't like is a man who has grown to the point that he can no longer be manipulated by immature mind games. I mean, what benefit is there for me if you hang up on me to me then chase after you and call you back? Like, what do I look like, Jody from Baby Boy? And this is where the game is flipped, because all of a sudden now, women are finding that men have healed, have grown, have matured, have done the emotional work. And all of a sudden now, we cannot be manipulated, toyed with by your gaslighting and emotional manipulation. And all of a sudden now, that's a problem. It has nothing to do with fine or attractive. It has everything to do with self-respect. Because the fact of the matter is, I can't love you if I don't love me. And I can't love or respect me if I'm allowing you to trample on me like that. There's just no way in God's green earth that's going to happen. So shout out to the fine men who are no longer dealing with these emotional games.
How many times do I get women on my show that they like what they do, their career is somewhat fulfilling, but as soon as they get married and I ask, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with the first child? Almost 100% of women say no. Understand something. What the men are saying at this point is, then why the hell are you going to college, to these expensive schools, racking up all this student loan debt to do a job or a career that you want to quit when you get married and get pregnant? You know how many men I know who have turned women down because they are economically unattractive? Ladies, hear me and hear me well. Your godfather needs to tell you the truth. Men are running credit reports and men are looking at your student loan debt. You ladies, in order to make this work, you're going to have to quit and go work for your man part-time, but you're going to have to find a way to retire or clear your student loan debt. That's a conversation between you and your man.
Right, and what I found is a lot of these women, the relationships are built with these women. From the first date, you're not going to be like, wow, this woman is worth $120 date, an expensive, extravagant date. If you're not the type of man that just goes out and blows his money on whatever. And a lot of women don't realize that either. They think that they're owed that right off the bat, and he'll somehow just know. And what I found is a lot of the women that do end up being worth that are the ones that don't expect it. They see it as a nice little gift you're doing for them. And they have so much love and appreciation for that because they genuinely love spending time with you. It's not about what they can get out of you. And these same women will want the best for your finances overall.
But most men associate nose rings with intimacy.
Hi, how are you?
Beauty, welcome in.
I am interested in being married. Not sure what I'm doing, not attracting what I want.
So before marriage, are men approaching you to take you out on a date? Step number one.
No.
When was the very last time a man approached you?
That was about a week ago.
Okay, and then what happened?
He texted me and just was like, oh, you know, would you come over? And I was like, nah, we're not doing that.
That's what he thought immediately. Okay, Sisha, can I see you head to toe? How you look right now because you are in public?
Yes.
Okay. Not that the nose ring isn't cute on you. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. But most men associate nose rings with intimacy. So I want us to remove that.
Girl, listen, I'm not playing like that.
Okay, that ring needs to come off too, that ring. Because if you look quick enough, it may look like an engagement ring. And I want you to wear your hair down, not in a ponytail.
So don't wear a ponytail, okay.
No, we don't want ponytail. Can you wear your hair out? Even if it's your natural hair, I want hair out.
Out? Okay.
Yeah.
I have TWA, little afro.
So you can do your little afro with a dress and a pair of heels. So you can do a little summer sundress, do a sundress, and a little thong heel that you slip on.
A thong heel, like toes out?
Toes out.
Okay, so
bright color, something bright, pink, blue, white, brighter lip color. Because I saw the nose ring, I saw black eyeliner, and then I saw a brown lip liner, right? That combination gives edge.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm over here thinking I'm demure, thinking I'm, soft.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not. Like, your energy feels that way to me. It doesn't feel like you aren't. But I'm just saying first impression, that's what I got. So you can do your natural hair. I like the twist out. And then I want you to think of another hair, maybe a hair piece where you have a bang. Some type of curtain bang. It could be short. It doesn't need to be long.
Oh, a bang. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
curtain bang.
I haven't done bangs in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't done bangs in a long time.
And I want us to go to different locations in your city. Okay, so every week you should be going out. That goes to everyone here. Going to this cafe, if no one's responding to you as you are right now, then we need to try a new outfit and then come back to this location.
And see what happens.
Absolutely. Yeah, beautiful girl, but take it up a notch. So sometimes it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. If every day when you're walking out the door, as soon as you get out the door and no one is approaching you, it's the way you're putting yourself together. It's simple as that. There's men everywhere. Driving, as you're driving, on a road, in the mall, in the pharmacy, in the Target, in the Walmart, in the Saks, in the Nordstroms, they're everywhere. If you look good, they will approach. Okay? The right man will not be intimidated by you. He will not be able to help himself. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, look at that. I cannot let her go out of my eyesight.
Nah, that's real. She's noticing what a lot of men already know. Presentation matters way more than people want to admit. The nose ring, the all black, the edge energy, it reads a certain way before you even open your mouth. Men aren't approaching because they're getting a signal that's not matching what she actually wants. It's cause and effect. Change the message you're sending. Change who shows up.
I think for a lot of men, this is their absolute worst nightmare. They get home after 8, 12 hours and you're not even happy to see them. I mean, at that point, he'll just get back in his car and drive back to work. And a lot of women don't realize that men will spend pretty much half their day when they get a chance thinking about you and they're excited to come home to you. So when it's not mutual, that's absolutely devastating. It also turns his home into a place where he doesn't feel fully safe. It's the one place he should feel most comfortable coming through the door for. He doesn't have to perform or follow all these weird rules, but then when you act like this, it turns it into just that. And women always get upset in these situations when he eventually withdraws. And she's like, oh, he changed. He used to be happy to see me. Why do you think he changed? A lot of men just notice. They see that you're not happy to see him. And he's not going to sit there and argue with you or explain it to you.
Become the woman that the man you want wants. If you don't know what you want, you get whatever. Ooh. And so our biggest issue is that when we go in, we don't even know what we want. Yeah. We know we want a man. We hope that he's well endowed. We hope that his pockets are just equally as fluffy. We hope that he has no children and he's fine as hell and he smells good all the time. He gets manicures, pedicures. We do create this list of things that we want, but not the actual person's character. Like, what do we want him to do for us?
Say that.
You know what I mean? Like,
loud and
you
clear.
want him, but what do you want him to do besides take out your garbage? What are you walking away with in this relationship? How can we make it purposeful and profitable? We don't think about that. We don't even consider it.
No.
So when I say you have to be the woman that the man you want wants, you have to know what kind of man you want. You have to know what you want before you just get the guy.
Yes.
Because he's a package.
Yes.
Regardless of whether it's kids or an ex-wife or alimony or just childhood trauma he hasn't really, he's a package.
Yes.
Him, his business, his account, they're all in alignment.
Yes.
And you've got to know what you want.
Yes.
Or you simply just get whatever.
Yeah.
That's it.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I also feel like inside of dating, like I always say what I need out of a relationship. You're like, what's your type? I'm like, my type, safety, security, respect, emotional intelligence, emotional regulation, openness, and honesty. That's my type.
Yes.
What does he look like? I don't know.
I hope y'all wrote that down.
I want it all. Yeah. I do, and I believe that we can have it all.
You absolutely can.
But I only know now because I've had experiences to learn what I don't want.
She's making a real point here. A lot of women go into dating with a checklist of surface stuff, money, looks, no kids, but they don't actually think about what they want from the relationship itself. What does he bring to your life? What are you building together? Men notice that. And when you don't know what you want, you end up with whatever shows up. That's just how it works. And you know, when Future says she belongs to the streets, you know, it might sound funny. It might sound funny, but he's being dead serious. And when you hear men use it, and when somebody says it, you know, like I said, it sounds funny. But they're not just being funny. It's a warning. Men are telling other men, hey, watch out for these women. Watch out for this one right here. She playing games. She doing stuff that she's not supposed to be doing, right? And instead of asking why men are saying that, instead of looking at what behavior you're exhibiting that has earned that title, you're sitting up here laughing it off, ignoring it. But it's not going to be funny when you try to come around and say, hey man, can you take me on a date? No. Why not? I'm dressed like this. I look like this. Yada, yada, yada. She belongs to the streets.